Good evening, it's Peter from the city, from the music room. How are you going? I'm doing the Beatles vinyl tag 2025, courtesy of Patricia and her little Beatle corner. And I know that Rachel's Ghost has done it as well. I've had a look at her channel and had a look at her effort on that. A rather good one. I thought I'd have a go at it myself. It's 14 questions. Of course, I'm going to do it. It's a Beatle tag. And I'm a Beatle nerd, so yeah, so there you go. Okay, so first question is going to be a favourite Beatle holiday song, and it's of four. One on Christmas Time by Paul McCartney, Ding Dong by George Harrison, which is actually quite a clever song. One of Ringo's songs, I can't remember offhand what was mentioned there, but my favourite's going to be Happy Christmas, War Is Over, Johnny Go-Go. To me, a timeless song. It's still relevant today. I play it to this day. Probably the first thing I play on Christmas morning. It's a tradition that I have. A wonderful song, wonderfully produced. I will never ever get tired of it, and I don't think it'll ever. I think it'll just remain that timeless song that is always appropriate for Christmas time. Okay. Number 2 question is, show your favourite Beatles album cover. Well, I had a lot of thought on this one, and I thought I'd go with 62 to 66. Also, I could go with 67 to 70 as well. And I think mainly because of that. 63, 67, 69. Of course, that was taken for the Get Back. What was supposed to be the Get Back album, which is a copy of which is now in the Let It Be box. But yeah, that's actually a different pose from the Please Please Me album. I just think that there, I mean, you put it with the Blue album, they're a match pair. Just a wonderful, wonderful cover. I love it. So that's probably my favourite, and probably the thing that encapsulates the Beatles' history. Those two photos that are there. Okay. So, next one. Show us your favourite Beatle 45 picture sleeve. Going to go with an EP called Request, which is an Australian record. It was issued here. It was actually an unusual release because it split what was actually the Long Tall Sally EP in England, which we never got in Australia, but that was actually split over that and more requests. So we had Long Tall Sally and I'll Call Your Name on this one, and we had Slow Down and Matchbox on that one. That one there though is an EP that's special in my life because we had that when I was growing up as a 6-year-old Beatle dad. The flip side is Please Mr. Postman and Boys as well. Please Mr. Postman from With the Beatles, Boys from Please Please Me. So yeah, that's my favourite, probably my favourite picture sleeve on a 45. And we didn't have picture sleeves on 45s, on singles as such. As I said, we had them on EPs, but not on singles. I think there were only 2 45s that had picture sleeves here, and they were Penny Lane, Strawberry Fields, and Let It Be. Okay. Show your favourite of the last 3 Beatles singles, the Anthology era. Going to go with Free as a Bird of the 3. That is the US press from memory. I've got 2 of these. I've got a US and I've got it's actually the Capital. It's a Capital 45, a Free as a Bird. I prefer this over Real Love and Now and Then, though I would rank Free as a Bird, Now and then Real Love. And for me, Real Love, I wish they had used John Lennon's version on the Imagine John Lennon film as the template instead of the demo. I think it might have been a better sounding record as a result. Yeah, so but I'll go with Free as a Bird in that era, that area. Okay, your most unusual Beatles vinyl or CD. Going to go with Let It Be. This is a Taiwanese pressing, a really dodgy one at that. on the AAA label, it sounds like crap. I don't know where, I think I got it from a friend, but it is an absolutely dodgy piece of work. Released in Taiwan, I think, may have been at a time when there were US soldiers based there. They were based in Southeast Asia at the time. A lot of Taiwanese pressings were released of different LPs, and you know, were distributed to soldiers. This was originally owned by Mrs. Sophia Ma from Lillipilly. Okay. So yeah, that's quite a dodgy release, that one. And as I said, I've heard it. The recording quality is probably the worst I've heard on a well, I won't say an official release. That's a pirate. Okay. A single with a better B side than an A side. I'm going to go with Rain, which is the B side of Paperback Writer. That's the UK 45. I've also got the Australian. I believe I've also got, I know I've got the US, and I've also got the, I think I've got the New Zealand as well. But that's how we got it in Australia. And I remember hearing that as a child of 66, it would have been 9 years old at the time. And I remember liking that more than I like Paperback Writer. So it stuck in my brain as a 9-year-old. That's the UK. I've got all the UK originals as well. I made that a mission. That's Rain on there. That's how it looks there. So there you go. Show a favourite Beatles cover version. Hang on, sorry. No, I've skipped one. Show a favourite Beatles song covered by another artist. Going to go with Back in the USSR, covered by Billy Joel from Koyep. This is the live in Russia. Back in the USSR tour he did. This is actually the box set, anniversary box set that came out. It's actually it's a double CD and I believe a DVD with the documentary. That's that there. Yeah, quite a good set. The documentary is really good. Billy does a killer version of Back in the USSR on this thing. Apparently in the Soviet Union at the time, when it was still the Soviet Union, and the walls were sort of starting to come down a bit over there. But yeah, that one there. Okay. Favourite Beatles cover version? Well, I'm going to go with Long Tall Sally. That's actually a Danish 45. I've got Long Tall Sally and I Call Your Name on that. This is the Danish Odeon label. With I Call Your Name on the B-side. Killer 45, killer track. Long Tall Sally, I believe was a one-take wonder as well. Yeah, amazing track. Again, as I mentioned about the Request CP, that's something that stuck in my brain as a child. I remember hearing it then. So yeah, that cover version there, Long Tall Sally, that's probably maybe my favourite. I don't know if it's the best one they did, but I think it's close enough to it. Okay. Show the worst 3 Beatles songs. Well, I hate that idea of worst 3. My least favourite, 2 of them come from the White Album. 2 of them are Why Don't We Do It on the Road and Wild Honey Pie. I think they're filler. We could have done without those. And the other one, and I think this may raise a few eyebrows, but Dig It from Let It Be. I know it's on here, it's a short track, it's about maybe a minute and a bit of a longer version. Having heard some of that longer version, I don't think much of it. I think it just goes on and on and on, doesn't really go anywhere. It's just a jam. Yeah, I think Dig It is the third one. Not a favourite. Okay, so I'm not going to say they're the worst, but you know, they're probably my least favourite of those. Okay, the last Beatle album I bought, last Beatle item I bought. Okay, going to go, that's the Meet the Beatles blue vinyl. I think we've all seen this. It's got a blue vinyl. And there's marble, kind of a marble blue. It's quite a nice LP. This one plays nicely, thankfully. And I'll go into that in a minute. Probably coming into in one of the next questions coming up. But yeah, that's quite a nice item. I wasn't going to buy it, but we actually had a release here in Australia as well. I mean, on import. Yeah, quite a nice one. Met the Beatles blue vinyl. Okay. Collection trying to complete. Okay. About a couple of years back, my son was over in, my son David was in Japan. But I actually asked him if he happened to drop in any record stores in Tokyo just to let me know if he's finding anything. And he found, he called me and found a Hard Day's Night red vinyl mono. This is from 1982, I believe. This is the 82 series. And of course, he set me down a rabbit hole, hasn't he? I got him to buy it for me. I paid him back for it, of course. Because the rabbit hole has since taken me to With the Beatles, unfortunately minus the Obi. Found this at a record fair. Found this one on eBay, which was Please Please Me. Again, this is 1982 Japanese mono red vinyl. They sound great. They're really nice. That's that one. But what else I found at that same record fair, and this is really a coup, considering what I paid for it. And I looked it up on eBay and whatever else, and the White Album red vinyl mono, that was a coup to find that, because the price of this, yeah, pretty pricey. Right, so happy to have that. I've only got the 4. I believe there are 10 or 11 of these, I think, including Yellow Submarine. So that's the rabbit hole that I'm going down with that one. I don't know when I'll get it done. I don't really have a goal. I'm just, as I find them, and I'm being selective about the price I'm paying. I'm not going to go outrageously chasing after them. If I find them, if I'm in a position to buy them, you know, when they're available, then I will do that. Okay, show a prized position in your collection. Firstly, I'm going to show something that my partner Kate got for me for Christmas, because this is going to be a prized possession. My dog's sitting on it, fortunately. This was a welcome mat. I say hello, you say goodbye, right? It's not going to be used as a doormat. I've actually got it sitting right here on the floor. But you say goodbye. It's rather an inventive idea by my partner, my beloved. So thank you very much for that. This was a Christmas present from my darling. So yeah, that's that one. I'm going to go back down here. And the other one is, it's an unusual item in that it's a single box. Okay, you may think that is the standard UK singles. No, it isn't. Not all as it seems. What I did was I found an empty box and I put the 20th anniversary picture disc collection in it. So I'll just show you a few of those. I've got the whole set, all 22. Bought them gradually as we went. 20 years ago today. I'll fix that one up later on. That was from mid-here. Yeah. found these all as I went along. Found the first 4 or 5, first 5 or so, then lost track of them, and then found a few more, and then eventually got them all. But I thought, well, I had them done up loose, loosely on my shelf, and I thought I'd see if I could find a Beatles single box, empty. Found one on eBay, so decided to box them up, and I just laminated that insert as a card for the collection. So there you have it. That's the complete 20th anniversary picture disc box set of my own. Maybe one of a kind, unless other people have done it. There you go. Okay. Show us your favourite Beatles solo or group related item bought in 2024. I haven't got around to buying the George Harrison or the John Lennon boxes. The Mind Games, All Things Must Pass, not All Things Must Pass, Material World sets. I've been wanting to do that for a while. I could say the Mind Games book that I bought this year, but I'm going to say, and this is a bittersweet thing, because I made a video recently. I bought that, which is a great set, but I'll post a link to a video that I did. Unfortunately, that is going back. It's getting returned because 5 of the 7 LPs skip, including Beatles Story. And I understand that this is not an uncommon fault. There are other people who've said the same thing, who had the same issue. I've decided to return it. I'm not going to buy another box. I don't want to play what I call record return roulette, as happened a few years back with the Beatles stereo box in America. I'm just as likely to have another set with the same faults. I don't know whether the individual albums are okay, whether they've, I know some of them are, the 2 that were okay, Meet the Beatles and A Hard Day's Night, which falls into that Meet the Beatles I bought earlier, the blue vinyl. But that, unfortunately, is a bittersweet thing because I was happy to have it, but unfortunately I've got to return the thing, and I'm sending it back tomorrow. I've got to pack it up tonight. And I thought I'd do this video first before I packed it. I don't know whether anybody else has had the same issue. I believe a lot of you haven't had the issue, but I also believe some of you have had it. I saw a couple of people on Facebook who've posted a similar thing, and it's not a tracking thing. It's not I've tried it on 2 turntables. In fact, I've done a video about it. I'll post a link to that video on it, explaining the whole thing. I'm not going to go into it here. Suffice to say, I've played it on both turntables that I've got here, and they're skipping exactly the same spot on each one. I'm looking at 5 out of the 7, including Beatles Story, have got that fault. So there you go. So unfortunately, that's how it is. Okay, so what would I like in the final question is what I like in 2025? Just snuck a peek. I want the rubber soul box. I want it to continue like we've had Revolver and Pepper and Abbey Road, the White Album, and Let It Be. This is due. In fact, if we're fair, if we're honest, Help is also due for the same treatment, I would think. So also being the 60th anniversary of Help. So whether they would do that with the movie remastered or with the Blu-ray of the movie we received before. I mean, it came out as a box set with the movie a few years back. I've got it on Blu-ray and DVD. In fact, I've got the box set over here of Help, the movie, with the script and everything. That should be the next one. We don't need anything else. We don't need any other distractions. We need that one as the next one. So, Universal EMI, if you're listening, listen to your fans. We know better, don't we? So anyway, so that wraps it up. That's all I've got to say about the whole thing. I'm going to bid you all good night. Thank you for watching. If you've liked this video, hit like and subscribe. I'll post links to the original video, Patricia's video, little Beatle Corner. Thank you, Patricia, for starting this ball rolling. I've been taking my brain over the last few days trying to work out what to do with this thing, but and also trying to find the time. It's 11 at night here. I should be going to bed, get ready for work tomorrow. So anyway, I'll leave you guys to it. Enjoy. I hope you have had a good New Year so far. Good night, good morning, good evening, wherever you are. Good afternoon in the world. Take care. See you later. Bye bye, guys.